right, guys. So we bought you NFT Bored Bunny, not as a hype project. We didn't feature it, but we brought it to you in one of our news segments because there was quite a lot of FUD during Mint. There were some people saying that their wallets were drained. So much so that the listing bots on our Discord and every other Discord that people use, the official listing bots, were actually saying that it was a wallet drain. So everyone asked, should they buy it? Should they not? And I don't know if you remember, ETH, but I said it doesn't matter whether it was a wallet drain or not. The FUD at launch was going to be too much for this project to sustain its floor price. Whether it's true or not, that uncertainty that was created is going to affect it. We also saw at the time that the founder did not address the issues in his Discord. He carried on for at least 48 hours while I was in there before I just got fed up and left, as if nothing had happened. And that was a red flag to me. And I said at that time, do not buy in. It's going to be 0.15 in a month. So here we are a month later, and I must apologize because I was wrong. It's 0.1 and not 0.15. But just to put this in perspective for you, it hit all the way until 1.7 Ethereum, guys. So, there's guys who bought into this, and the art is really, really great, and, they've done a good amount of volume, but I knew that this was going to happen like it did, not just because of the FUD, but because of the way the FUD was handled. And we still don't know whether, there's been no official statement. If I'm innocent of something, I'm going to release an official statement. I'm going to say, look, these are the allegations. I'm innocent, and here's proof that I'm innocent. Or there was none of that. We haven't seen any of that. So unfortunately, I am sorry for anyone who got in so high. It does highlight a couple of things. It highlights, number one, the risk of this market and the risk of new projects. And if you minted, no problem, right? It was a 0.4 mint, which is a lot of money, but it's not like you bought it for 1.7 Ethereum. If you bought it on the secondary, I think that there's a lot of lessons there. Try not to buy into the hype. And with that sort of money, try and make sure that you are 100% sure about the team, the project, the longevity of it and all the rest. Again, the art is really, really, for what it is, it's equivalent to HAPE. I mean, they look very similar. It might even actually be the same sort of company or artist that did it. But it just goes to show you, we saw it with Beings. That project,
Beings, yep.
Beings or Beings. We saw that as well, where there were some very serious things that happened in the guy's past, in the founder's past, that surfaced, and straight away guys were like, it's in the past, and I was like, no. I even said in our Discord, get out, because it's the same as Jungle Freaks. It's all the same. Once you see red flags and worries, get out. With that said, with reputable projects that you are confident in, there will be bad players that want to bring FUD because they're jealous of that. And that's often a good opportunity to get into notable projects. So it's not so easy to judge, right, when to get in and when not. And it's not an exact science. And it's one that I definitely haven't perfected either. My Oxa Origin that I bought on the show has dropped to under 0.3 ETH. I'm not saying it's going to continue dropping. I don't know. I saw that as an opportunity because I thought that even though there was genuine reason for people to be upset about the art, the team was handling it so well, literally redrawing each and every one. And I thought this might be a great opportunity to get into a project that should have been and would have been at a 2 ETH floor after reveal. So hard to know, but definitely I did say I would come back to this. Also in my notes, when it started rising, I put in my notes for this show, when it was here, and then started going up, I put there, apologize for miscalling it, right? Because it dipped and I thought, here we go. And then it held this range for a good week. And I was going to apologize and that I was wrong, that I said it would hit a 0.15. But as I say now, all I have to apologize for is that I was wrong by 0.05 in my estimation.
So close. You Price is Right rules. You're out though. You're over. You're over. I agree though. You definitely do need to. My camera. You definitely do need to take a lot of things into consideration when you're thinking about jumping in on a project that has seen a dip because of some kind of red flag, right? Hasn't really it didn't really pay off in your case with the Oxa,
Well, it
unfortunately,
might
but
still. It
it
might
might
still.
still,
I
yeah,
didn't do it for a flip. I did it
yeah,
for long term. It
yeah.
might and it might not.
And
And I
that's
knew
the
that
thing
at the time.
too. That's the thing too. It might, like, if you're doing it for a flip, that's a really dangerous game to be playing. Like flipping in itself, you have no clue if it's gonna go well or in your favor. But if you're doing it when you see that there's these red flags coming up, that's tough, right? It's
So
all red. The ball's already in somebody else's court. The ball's not in your
you
court in
and
that
I, you
case.
and I were on a call before the NFT show when Jungle Freaks news hit,
Yeah,
and you were seeing with me the opportunity that was there short term to flip. It
yeah,
went all the way down to point two, and there were some rares, and then straight up the next day to point five. So obviously you don't know whether to sell at point five, and then it went to point four and point whatever. But there are opportunities when there's so much going on for flips also. Not so much in the Oxa Origin because that sort of happened instantly. Everyone sold immediately, and the time I bought 2 weeks later, whoever was going to hold was holding, whoever not. But yeah, there are opportunities. My Al Capone story, all the way
yeah.
from 3 ETH to 0.09, and I thought it's worth the risk, and it's now 0.01 or whatever. I don't even know why it's holding there. I mean, it's yeah,
Just
as dead
people
as they
aren't
get.
bother people don't bother changing the price on what they're listing it for. It just
Yeah.
they know it's dead and they forget about it.